I don't know why it didn't do what I did last week, but okay.
What did it do?
It didn't do anything. Like when last time I hit live, it like went live and played the intro, and this time it didn't do anything.
I'm glad you're in charge instead of me. There ain't no telling what it would have played in the beginning. I mean, there's no telling.
I was
What's up,
like,
everybody?
what in the world is going on right now?
Is that why I just kind of sit there for a minute,
Yeah, basically.
stagnant?
Yep.
Oh, what's up, everyone?
What's up, everybody? I'm trying to get Facebook to work. It's not gonna work.
See, I don't know how to do none of that stuff.
I spent 2 hours of my life last night on their live chat and told them about this issue that I'm having. And they do not know anything about it.
You was actually on Streamlabs with the people that run this program?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I sat there all night trying to figure this out. They couldn't figure it out. I could do it manually through Facebook, which is a pain in the butt. But
Are you kidding me? The vanilla?
what?
Can you hear music?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
There's music playing.
And I got so many people. It was funny too because people was messaging me and was like, "Man, I know you're joking. Like you for real got music playing." I'm like, "I really don't. Or if I do, I like, I don't know nothing about this, but I can't hear nothing. That is insane that it's doing it again. So, yep, it's back, 100%.
That's crazy to me
What's up, Robert?
that it that you can't hear it.
I can't. What's up, T Bone? I hear no music, and I'm sending that through TV through my stereo. Huh. It's wild that some can hear it and some can't, and it's definitely a Louisville radio station, obviously, because they say it. So I mean, it's definitely got to be coming from my end. And Chris said he's muted me before, and it's went off. So I don't know. I can hear it, something running in the background. I don't
Weird.
know.
Very, very odd.
Man, I was watching Stevie Fast and um, Lau and them before I hopped on here, and I just watched a real short clip of it. But they were discussing like next week at US Street some of the classes being off the trailer, and you know how like most of those events you pretty much have a week. There's like a week of testing, and then they go into qualifying, and I mean, do you know guys are or start rolling in the week before to start getting ready for all of it. I was curious, like our background in the no prep world, you show up, put on the race, you're off the trailer, we're done that evening, we go home, it's finished. I'm curious of some of these classes, what you think, like the True 10-5 class, or Jimmy Dale was popping in over there too, and he said Little Gangster's only going to get one hit at US Street on Friday. I was curious what you thought of that. Like those
So
classes getting a week of testing and then making passes during qualifying, or coming straight off the trailer like True 10-5 and Little Gangster, coming off the trailer and going straight to it.
I mean, I think that would I think it'd be a little more exciting, because you don't have that week of testing, and you don't have them guys making 4 or 5 hits on Wednesday or Thursday during the day.
I think the big thing, which what sucks for the tracks, is it kills revenue. Obviously, I mean, guys are you've got to pay every day to test $200 or $300, whatever it is. So I mean, that hurts them. But I think at the end, what it would do though is help slow the class back down a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Because guys are gonna they're not gonna wing it and
No.
put some killer tune up in it that they was running the night before or something in testing. What they're gonna do is put a tune up in it that they know is just gonna go A to B, which would probably be fairly slower.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I was curious because I heard them discussing it real quickly, and then Kayla was coming on to the show, so they quit discussing it. I figured they would go into something else, talking about something else. But I was like, man, that is, it really hasn't. This will be the biggest year for the 28-10-5 slick tire racing on more of those prep surfaces. This will be the biggest year. But like they were discussing making it run off the trailer. I don't know if you changed it yet or not. I don't think haven't ran it long enough to really put rules or I don't know. Maybe we just kind of see how this year goes, which direction it goes. Let's say T-Bone, how's Limpy doing? Anyone heard anything? He just actually popped up in our group chat. I think he's going to hop on here with us tonight. I hope he does.
Yep.
So we're kind of waiting on him now, really. He hopped in and said, hey, we doing it tonight? And Chris sent him a link to hop on here. So, yeah, we're kind of waiting now.
Yep. He's doing that.
Oh, you got your 1,000 subscribers?
Yeah, I got it. I can't remember what night it was or what. It was in the morning. It was overnight sometime. I can't remember what day it was. I think it was Sunday.
Good deal, man.
So, yeah, so I'm happy about that. Have you seen the country music? Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I have people that send me like they're listening to the song or something all the time on the radio, and they'll say that name, and they'll always send a picture of it and say, "Hey, you're on my radio." Actually, funny story. So we have a local country station. It's 94.9. They do a lot of the country concerts up here because we have a country club. It's called Dusty Armadillo, and they have a lot of big stars that always come and perform there all year. And they have one radio person there named Sarah Kay. She drives the brightest pink new Ford because she gets a Ford basically brand new from the dealership to drive because it's a sponsorship deal.
Yeah.
Well, she's got probably 30 or 40 mutual friends of mine because we're all from the same area. And when Chris Lane comes to town or is going to be coming to town, she will tag me instead of the real Chris Lane.
That's funny. That's funny, man.
And I have screenshots to prove it. Like they'll be posts on my Facebook that I'm coming to town and this, that, and the other. I ain't getting any follows or likes out of it. So unfortunately, I think
that's funny.
I think it's just because I have that blue check mark.
Oh yeah, you forgot Alex.
I sent it to him.
So you hear that, Alex? That's funny though, man. Because I could see that happening. And then when I've even searched on YouTube your name, that dude pops up immediately, the country music singer Chris Lane. I haven't watched any of the stuff, but it does pop up all the time.
Yep.
I'm on. What is that? What is Portland Andy?
Wait, where's that at?
Somebody said they're on the Portland Andy show voicemail tonight. What is Portland Andy?
I don't know what
that is. I don't think I've ever even heard of it.
I haven't either.
Oh, what's that just popped up? Just become a member.
Must have been become a YouTube member. Appreciate that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
10-second Vega.
10-second Vega. I haven't seen anything. You see anything?
No, I haven't. That's one thing. And I don't even really see. I don't get on TikTok like at all. If I get on TikTok 10 minutes a week, that's a lot for me. But it seems like everything about that cattle cartel deal was all like on TikTok on that dude's channel. So I haven't seen anything or kept up with it or yeah, I don't know nothing about it really. Portland Andy has live feeds from US hotspots protesters. Ah,
I came home from helping my dude out today, and I was watching some of the live feeds from out there, watching people getting dragged.
man, I did too.
It's pretty funny.
Well, and like I said last week, man, if people just want to, Limpy said he can't figure it out. Hey, if I could know how to do it, homie, you can do it. Which I didn't do it.
It's not hard. It just sucks because like I had to learn this last week. Like I had to learn this in like an hour, and it's the only way that I could actually, have multiple guests on. Since I don't actually have like a StreamYard subscription.
Sarah get the job after her cattle cartel interview? I don't know. I haven't heard. I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Poor thing.
I know who that is now. That's Kevin that you were talking to in the comments on my post.
On True Street Rules.
Yeah.
Man, we need you on here. We need to talk about these rules. I'd love for you to. I'd like to hear it from somebody else's perspective. That's honestly why I said that. Like, why don't you hop on? Because I pay for the OFO and I still can't figure it out. Man.
Yeah. I had to do it this way, unfortunately, which I mean, it's not ideal, but I guess by for the time being until.
Do you pay for this, Chris? The Streamlabs? Yeah. Mm-hmm. How much is it?
I think when I did this, I got like a month or two free, and I think it was $180 for the year.
Gotcha.
I'm going to fucking kill you.
Oh boy.
That puppy.
Like for real. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
She just walks around, pees on the floor. Every once in a while she'll stop and poop. There is nothing True Street about them rules. Man, listen, the big thing is Chris will probably agree, everybody, $40 a month. Damn, homie. That is just a name we picked. It's just a name. I wanted to change the name to Nostalgic Small Tire because that's technically what it is. That's the rules pretty much are the small tire cars of 5-6 years ago. That is just a name. I didn't want the word street to be in the rules or in the name. I didn't want, that was just a name we picked 3 years ago when we started running this class. It was me and Chris, Jeff Thomas, Corey, a bunch of us had got together and worked on this rule set. There's more. Who else was in there? Mike Corley. I think he even was going back and forth with Mike because he's following like our same rule set. So it was literally just the name. And people get so hung up on that name. It's technically a small tire class with rules at the end of the day. Tell Kenzie to stop panning the floor. Literally, it's really me. I'm just not telling her. I'm just going around marking my spots.
I just sent you a link. I
think it's funny to watch her walk around and wipe them up like it's the dogs. Can you guys get Jeff on? We need a political update. We do need one. We need to send Jeff one. Boy, me and him was on the phone. Day before yesterday, I guess it was. I can't remember. We probably had a 2-3 hour conversation, and politics was most of it.
Vanilla, the right now they're Happy posted them on his personal page. I know there's a couple of event pages that the True Street rules aren't there yet. They do need. Yeah, I was going to tell you. I was actually going to tell you that.
I need to reword it to put them in order.
Yeah, like the Cash Days event page, it still has True Street rules coming soon. On
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We were going to write them up tonight, but I'm on here.
Yep.
How's Jeff doing? Jeff's doing great. He's working like a dog, though. He got him a new crib, and all he's been doing is working. He's building a new shop on his property. So he is. Oh man, so I think dude, I was dying. Like, I find comedy in some of his suffering sometimes. So he's like, homie, dude, I've been drilling the ground and putting these posts in the ground, and his roof, I think the ceilings are going to be 16 feet. So these posts are tall, like super tall. Well, then he got a 4-wheel drive, like scissor lift.
Yep.
Because it's real muddy, where he's building this barn, to put the big beams at the top to set your rafters on. And it has to border this whole building. Well, this building's 100 foot. I mean, it's massive. So he said the other day they'd worked all day hanging these upper boards to put the rafters on top of it. And he was backing the skid steer up and hit one of his posts in the ground. He said all those boards up top started falling and hit the roof of the skid steer.
Oh.
Well, I could just picture it. I'm dying laughing. Like, I mean, I'm cracking up. He's like, yeah, it's real funny, ain't it? He said, man, I was bowling, and I could just picture him in that skid steer and these 18-foot boards hitting the roof of this thing. Oh, man, I bet he was pissed, but I could see it, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff is mounting his legs. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he probably is.
The Corvette is sick. I guess most people have watched the new Tin Soldier video or the Brian Tooley video and seen the release of the new car, which that's cool. Yeah, the header plate. Man, I'm no barn builder. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm telling you, listening to him tell that story of them boards falling off, hitting the roof of the skid steer had me dying. In the tailgate class, does the tailgate have to hinge or can it just be removable?
I mean, it has to. I think it has to function.
She's in there yelling, what?
If it's not a truck, it's not a tailgate.
All right, so what's an El Camino, a truck or a car? El Camino's a truck? I'm just going to give her shit, even though El Camino, I don't know what it's considered, but it does have a functioning tailgate. What's a van then?
We made an exception for that. It says in the rules, but Jeff Dean's little car that he's got going on is not a tailgate.
But if it's a Jeep,
Huh?
if it's do Jeeps have tailgates?
No.
Really?
If it's a truck Jeep,
What are you doing, homie?
Figuring this motherfucker out, I guess. Fuck. God damn. Fuck. I'd rather you whoop my ass.
I could tell you're struggling with it. Poor guy.
Fuck. Fucking hey, shit.
Oops.
Oh man, is it cold down there?
It's chilly. It ain't too bad. It's in the 50s.
Yeah, it's about the same weather we got, but it's supposed to get real cold the next couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I was just in the. Go figure. I was just in the hospital,
Again?
and oh yeah, I had blood transfusions.
Damn
Um,
it.
and it's been cold and chilly.
Yeah. Can you see all the comments, Limpy?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say everybody's hollering at you, man. That's what's up.
Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all, man. That's
Appreciate
nice.
everybody reaching out, hollering at him.
Yeah, we've had people hollering at you the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I've been I just been under the weather, man. Just ain't been feeling it. You know what I mean?
Well, and I've had so many people reach out to me, obviously, like a bunch. And I'm like, I tell everybody, and I hope you respect it too, but I'm like, and Limpy's a private person. When we're on here and we're talking, that's one thing. We're talking about racing, we're talking about the things that we love, where we're going, where we've been, what we've done. But when it comes to personal life, I'm like, hey, my dude's private. Like the only thing you can do is just be like, hey, big homie, I'm praying for you. And when he's ready to tell you what's going on, I'm sure he will. But he's a private person, and say a prayer, and that's about all I can say. You look good though.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Not in a Diddy way, but you look good.
They supposedly this morning they had blood, or late last night they had blood that was ready.
Yep.
And I get there, and of course, fucking it's not ready.
You gotta wait.
I'm there almost 6 hours.
Jeez.
Before it gets there, and then I gotta transfuse it.
How long does that take?
It depends on the drain.
Gotcha.
And then I made them hammer it down.
Yeah.
And we got done it was about 8 o'clock this morning.
Damn.
And they wanted to keep me, and I was like, no, I'm going home. Fuck this shit.
Right.
Yeah. So that's like 3 AMAs or DMAs or whatever the fuck they call them motherfuckers.
Yeah. So I don't know nothing about that. That, like, are they just adding to you? Are they like topping you off, or taking some out and putting some in?
They're trying to take it out because I'm all fucking full again where I'm from.
I got you.
From where I was, I've got all kinds of excities, and used to see my feet. My feet look like my legs.
Swollen.
Oh yeah,
Or dark.
like you wouldn't believe. Like they're all like,
homie.
they're as big as they were as big as my legs, my calves, or my calves were as big as my thighs.
No shit.
Yeah.
Is that just fluid?
Yeah, just fluid.
Damn it. And they can't get the fluid off.
No, that's what they're trying to do.
I got you.
That's what I'm trying to do as well. I'm on water pills, Lasix. I'm on like 12 different pills.
Damn it.
Yeah.
What's that say? I'm a dual brain tumor survivor. Damn, homie. That's what's up, though, man.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Well, congrats.
Yeah, for sure. Can you elevate your legs to reverse the fluid?
Yes, that's what I've been doing that as well.
Yeah, 10-second Vega. That's all Limpy did. That's 30 years.
I'm on Thursday. I go to get. Remember that tips I got done? The procedure that's supposed to help my liver.
Yeah.
Well, they're redoing it again for the fourth time,
Yeah.
and I guess they're going to slow it down. So hopefully they're doing that on Thursday.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully we'll see what it's doing.
Right. Hell yeah, homie. Keep fighting it, Limpy. We're all behind you. Absolutely.
Appreciate it, Darky Walls.
Yep.
Hey, so did you get a chance to make it out to the track?
Yeah, I actually did.
Good,
it was
man.
Good. I needed that. And then apparently there was street racing the next weekend, and I missed that motherfucker, and then I knew about it. I totally missed that motherfucker.
Damn it. Let's say we used to talk all the time back in the DFWSS days from Youngstown, Ohio. Vega, you're telling our age now. Because that was some years ago, but man, I tell you what, I don't know. I always say like those were the days, and I think we all say that like so much. But man, I still think what we're doing today and the racing we're doing today is some of the baddest too. I think we overlook that sometimes too much. Like I think we take it for granted, like what we get to do a lot of. You know, I mean, I really do. When we slow down a little bit and stop and think about it, I'm like, man, this past weekend or whatever, you know, was a badass weekend. Like, you know, that was sick. And I think, you know, another 10, 15 years, we're going to be saying the same thing. Like, man, that was some good times. Like we was killing it back then. Like we was having a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, just imagine drag racing goes to electric cars. All we're going to be talking about is like, man, you remember when we put gasoline in them things and a nitrous bottle in them, and so had a turbo and so had a supercharger, you know, like,
Yeah.
Man, I mean, we're having some good days right now in the racing world. I'm glad you made it out there though, homie.
Yeah, me too. All the other stuff needed to happen as well.
Yeah.
Just didn't.
Limpy, are you able to smoke?
I'm smoking a little bit of weed, not a lot, but a little bit.
What about drinks or edibles? Probably ain't messing with them, are you?
Not too much.
Yeah. Did I see something on Facebook about Edgewater selling? It is for sale. I know the track's still going to be ran as it has been, but it is up for sale or lease. They're looking for somebody to either come in and lease the whole facility or buy them out and keep it going. I don't know the exact numbers.
Oh,
what is it?
Edgewater, Ohio.
Yeah.
The track.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the 70th year. 2026 is 70th year that the track's been open. And I actually thought at one time Daryl from IHRA was going to come in and buy it. I know that there was some talks. I know he'd been there and looked at it. I just don't think that deal happened. So it is up for sale, but the track will be ran as it has been. And there's some pretty big events coming. I know that Slamology just did a 3-year contract with them. So the track's going to be open for the foresee future.
Yeah.
What's that, Limpy? You have a lot of love in your corner. All these, and no telling how many people out there that love you like we all do, brother. Oh, absolutely. Appreciate that, T-Bone. He knows that, man.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
What are you
Cramping
thinking?
like a motherfucker too.
Where at? Your legs?
In my hands.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
She gave me like some kind of formula to try today, and I didn't try it. That has like tonic water and shit like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
it'd be so much easier if they could just put it all day in an IV where you wouldn't have to taste it. Taste it all. They just put it in you,
Yeah.
especially if they're already sticking you. What's that say? It's somebody from. What is that, Chris?
What's that?
It's your Streamlabs something?
Oh, another bot. Another
Jeez.
bot on Kick.
It's from watching all that porn. Jesus.
Oh,
Could Edgewater equal future 10 Soldier Dragway? Only 25 minutes apart. Don't know. Sounds good though, don't it?
It does sound pretty good. Rolls right off the tongue.
right.
Might have talked to Jay about it.
If I said it hadn't been discussed, I'd be lying. So I'll leave that how it is. But I mean that'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty sweet.
yeah. Here, answer your question. I talked to Corey a little bit ago, and he was still at the he was heading back to the hospital.
What's going on?
His mom had surgery today,
Gotcha.
so
I
she had that
gotcha.
she had that knee replacement today.
Gotcha.
So I know she's going to be in there till at least tomorrow. I do know that.
Man, it's crazy surgeries like that. I mean, like operations on your spinal cord, they got you up walking within hours and you're walking the hallway and released the next day. Full knee replacements, you're leaving the next day. Hip replacements, you're
crazy.
leaving. Like I had a shoulder, pretty much replaced, completely brought back together. I was home that night. Like it is really wild, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What's that? Happy looking good in his work at TSR. I'm happy. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. They probably shouldn't have given me a cutoff wheel though on Brian Julie's Corvette. But, man, I love shooting sparks. But no, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. They know that I enjoy it. I feel like I help, while I'm there. It sucks I can't be there full time. That's what I really want to be. But when I have Pac-Man, I take him to school. I pick him up in the afternoon, and that gives me no time to drive an hour and a half to the shop and then an hour and a half back. So I have split custody with his mother. So while I have him, I can't be running back and forth, but I'd love when he's with his mother though. I'm pretty much there as much as I can. I'm going to try and drive up tomorrow. And then,
Supposed to leave tomorrow, ain't they? Or the car?
the car. Yeah. We fly out, Thursday afternoon, but I just messaged Jay before I hopped on here and I said, "Hey, is the car running?" He said, "Not yet." So last minute.
Always. Just like Joe's Camaro for PRI.
Brother.
It was getting pushed out the door and we were throwing shit on it.
Man, people don't understand though the amount of work that that goes in a car of either one of those caliber.
Right.
Like,
Well, and that's like, obviously needs to nut and bolt that whole car, because obviously we seen what happened when you pulled the axle tubes out. You know,
Absolutely.
there was a seal that was in backwards that was causing gear oil to come out that was leaking out of the car. So
Yeah, we thought a brake caliper was leaking and got underneath of it. And the more I looked at it before I took it apart, I was like, man, it don't look like it's coming out of the caliper. It was running down the actual caliper bracket. It was running down it and dripping off. But there was no fluid on the caliper itself. So I was like, man, I think this is like coming out of the rear end. Well, once I started taking it apart, it's got a floater in it, started taking it apart, and one side literally fell out. Like, I took some covers and stuff off to get to it and got in there to the bearing, and I took my finger in there and spun the bearing out and pulled this. There's like a keeper that holds it all together with these lock screws. And one side had just loosened up. So I figured out on the other side how it all supposed to be, and we got it all cleaned and brake cleaned and new brakes on it, and new seals in it. So it ought to be good. But yeah, on a car like that, you definitely have to go through and put a wrench and a ratchet on every single bolt. Should make it in the house, homie.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this shit out.
I'm curious about that Philadelphia Eagle beanie you're wearing.
Oh, that's my team now.
Really? I always thought you was. I probably shouldn't say it. Cowboys fan.
Yeah. Everybody thought I was a Cowboys fan. I mean, I was until fucking Jerry Jones fucked the shit up.
Dude, I love those people. Like, man, ain't you from Dallas? Fuck no, I ain't from Dallas. Oh man, so many people used to ask you all the time about that. Like, hell no, I ain't from Dallas. You know, I don't watch enough football to even be a fan. But I like the Eagles because Fletcher Cox played for them, being a drag racer. You know, so I would watch games that when they was playing 49ers. I bet if I was going to be a fan of anybody, it'd probably be the Bengals because they're the closest professional team. But you got professional teams up by you, right? Cleveland?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to call that professional.
Isn't that the Browns?
Yeah, they're pretty bad. But you have a mix though, because obviously we're only 2 hours from Pittsburgh. So you have a ton of Pittsburgh. There's a ton of Pittsburgh fans. Obviously, last night, Pittsburgh looked like they got absolutely destroyed last night. So my entire news feed was everybody melting down.
Even local to you, being in Ohio, there's a bunch of Pittsburgh Steelers fans.
Tons,
really,
tons.
See, we don't have any pro teams in Louisville. We're more of a college town, so. I'm a huge Cowboy fan, and I hate Jerry Jones. He knows nothing about football. See, you all talk. That's over my head, man. I don't even know who Jerry Jones is, to be honest with you. I've never really. If it didn't have something to do with racing or motorsports, I just really wasn't involved.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
Yeah, but Happy, you got to remember in the town that Chris comes from, they eat cats too. That's very true.
There's some wild shit up here.
Jerry Jones owns a lot of land in Springfield, Missouri. Huh. Chris Hole, you're right. You got the Louisville and Kentucky rivalry, which that is. I mean, that's a good college rivalry, though, but we don't have any.
Everybody's Ohio State. I mean, if there's anything that everybody loves, it's Ohio State here, obviously, because Ohio State.
Watch him on Landman. Is Jerry Jones on Landman?
You should know, shouldn't you?
Well, I watch that show every week, but I don't know who Jerry Jones is.
Oh.
I'm a big time Dallas Cowboys fan and hate Jerry Jones. Needs to just stick to owning the team and let the coaches. Oh, so he is the owner.
Yep.
He was on one episode of
Yeah, he was
Landman. Yeah. Dude, I love that show.
I've watched everything but the last episodes.
Really? It got a little boring, man. If you've missed the last couple, there's one in there that's kind of boring. But this past Sundays it was a big turning point. Kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, they had the birthday party,
Yep.
and then I think it was the next one after that. And then I haven't watched anything else after that.
Have you seen the dad get his physical therapy yet?
No.
It's good.
Dude, it's good. It's so good, man. He goes to the strip club and finds a stripper to go to his house and do his old man's physical therapy out in the pool.
Oh boy.
She don't know nothing about physical therapy. She's just a good-looking blonde in a bathing suit. He said, "This is the best physical therapy I've ever had." Dude, it's funny as hell. He was sleeping, old man sleeping on the couch, and he wakes up. And she's right there over top of him, and he said, "Am I still sleeping, or am I dreaming?" And she's like, I don't know. Well, she takes her top off and takes her shorts off. She's in a bikini. He said, "I think I'm dreaming." He said, "If not, this was my dream."
That's funny.
Dude, I was cracking up, man. It's so good. Like it's good, man. Yeah, the last one. I love this part of Land, man. Yeah, it's funny. Who is the Corvette everyone is trying to kick out of small tire class? Who is the Corvette everyone is trying to kick out of small tire? Well,
That I
I don't know. I have no idea. The thing is, can't nobody kick anybody out of small tire.
I
The
can't
car,
remember all tire class.
the car can kick stuff out, but that's about it.
Yeah. I don't know who that would be. I haven't heard any of that. Unless it's just Facebook drama, and which luckily I've been missing quite a bit of it lately. I don't
Oh,
not on there enough to.
I hear you.
Hard to find girls to do out calls anymore.
I hear you.
Just looking in the wrong spot. Uncle Jeff, where are you? I'd like to see him out there in the skid steer.
oh boy.
Limpy, he had me dying, man. I mean, I talked to him. I just told the story a minute ago. He was trying to hop on. He called me, I think it was day before yesterday, and we talked for probably 3 hours.
Was that the first? Was that the first? Have you called him since I was in Kentucky? That's what I wondered.
Dude, we went back and forth for a week. He'd message me and be like, "You still like me?" I'd message him back and be like, "Yeah, you're all right." He's like, "All right, well, call me." And then I'm like, "All right, man," but I'd be right in the middle of doing something. I'd say, "I'll call you here in a bit." And I'd totally forget. But I called him, Limpy, and we're going back. He's building that big shop at his house.
Yeah.
Well, the post, I think his ceilings in the garage are 16 feet. So these posts are like 22, 24 feet in the ground, for the roof. Well, he was putting up the header panels the other day that borders the whole roof, and where your trusses sit on top of them. They rented a 4-wheel drive scissor lift, and him and Dean's been up there hanging these boards all day. And he said, dude, they're long. So he said that night he was cleaning the property up on the skid steer, and he was getting all the junk boards picked up and grading some dirt. And he bumped the skid steer into one of the big 4x4 or 6x6 posts, and it knocked them header panels off. And he said all of them started falling down, was hitting the roof of the skid steer. He said, Happy, it scared the shit out of me. And then when I realized what I did, he said, I was so mad. Well, I started crying on the phone with him because me and him been around him enough. When he gets upset and mad, could you imagine him in that skid steer just getting hit in the head with them boards?
On fit.
He's in there throwing a fit. He's like, yeah, it's real funny, ain't it, Happy? I said, yeah, it is. Oh, dude, I was crying, man. He's like, yeah, it's real funny. I said, the funny part is you got to hang them back up today.
Can you imagine Dean and him decide to be him and Dean on the forklift?
Oh, man. I got a video. He actually messaged me the next day, and him and Dean up there. They were up in it, rehanging them boards. I was cracking up. I said, send me the video you running into the beam on the skid steer. Yeah, you're real cute, ain't you? Oh, man. He had me cracking up. All right. What'd she say? I thought it was... I would trade my small tire Fox body. I thought it was the blue Corvette from South Webster.
I know what you're talking about now.
Who is it?
It's Tony's kid
Tony.
from Katie.
Ah, I got you now. That's a touchy one.
Because of the body.
Because of the body. That's the only thing. But, the rules have always said factory roof and quarters, and that car is a fiberglass body.
But it didn't come, but the
It didn't
body
come
that's
from
on
factory.
the body that's on it did not come from said factory.
Right. But then, so say that a guy has a 69 Camaro and the quarter panels are rotted out, and he puts a brand new quarter panel on it and a brand new roof skin. It didn't come from the factory either. So it puts us in this dumb tornado of it's just rough. Sometimes it's rough. Needed a GoPro in the skid steer. Oh, I'd love to have one. Love to.
He needs cameras around his property.
What happened to all the strip clubs on 31W going to Ohio Valley? They had some nasty things in them back in the day. They absolutely did. There's one is reopened, which is the very first one you get to. It used to be back in the day called Hot Legs. Now it's called something else. Yeah.
Hot Legs.
And every time I pass by there, there's usually one car in the parking lot. And then they rebuilt another one that used to be called River Girls on the right, and they haven't reopened it. We used to call it River Rats. And there was a couple other ones that got sold and closed down, but I've seen some nasty things happen in the one that was called River Girls. Nasty.
How nasty.
Dude. So we're at Ohio
Were
Valley.
you involved in it?
I was a spectator in something that happened.
Okay. It's your life. You tell it any way you want to.
Hey, homie, we're in the bathroom at Ohio Valley, and
Is
there's
it like
three
the
of
same
us.
thing that happened to me in Vegas bathroom?
No, not that. No, not like that. So it was me, a friend of mine, Aaron, and Jeremy Thompson. And Aaron is in the middle stall in between me and Jeremy Thompson. Well, Jeremy looks down and sees that Aaron's wearing flip-flops. So he's peeing in the urinal and then moves to pee on my buddy's feet. So we're cracking up. Aaron's upset. He's mad. But Jeremy is literally peeing on my buddy's feet. So he's over there dancing, but don't want to move because he's peeing in the urinal. So we thought it was all funny. He didn't wipe his feet off or nothing. There was nothing to like wipe his feet off with. We left Ohio Valley and went to that strip club. We're all sitting next to the stage together, and he slides his flip-flop off and takes $1 bill and sticks it in between his big toe and the next toe and puts his foot up on stage. This old girl comes down off the stage, opens her mouth, and takes that dollar out from between his toes with her mouth and was sucking on his big toe. I am dying. Like, come out of my chair. I was about to throw up. I was crying so hard and laughing. Jeremy's laughing. Aaron, the dude that had his feet pissed on's cracking up. I mean, dude, these chicks was ornery, man. But yeah, I've had some experiences in a couple of those clubs through there, man. Nasty. What's up, Ben?
What's up, buddy? Your 24-hour stream's doing really good.
Is it still up and going?
Yeah, it's still going.
I click on whenever I skip past it to see what's playing.
Yeah, I popped on the other night, and unfortunately, I saw Mike Corley talking about his camo white S10
on the feed.
Yeah.
Jeez, this guy. Jesus. Kenzie coming in hot. No, this was before Kenzie. I've had some times in some of those clubs, man. How long has that marathon been up and playing on YouTube? And he posted New Year's ish.
Yeah, it's been at least 2 weeks, I think. I think it started on New Year's Day. 218 hours.
Wow. Wow. We call it snort row in the strip club. Over 218 hours. Wow, that's crazy. That's awesome though, man. And good idea. Because there's so many people like at night, and I'm the worst. All I watch is YouTube. I don't watch any TV at all. We don't even have TV service here.
I used to want to go live at Yellow Belly for 24 hours and hang out and chill out, but I never did.
That'd be cool. But
yeah, because you see some of these guys that's always doing lives on like other things, and they're constantly going. I mean, months and months and months, and I'm like, I can only imagine like how much viewership like a video like that gets over the amount of time.
I couldn't imagine, because I know like when I roll over and go to sleep, mine just keeps playing, on whatever it's on. Whatever I was watching last, it just goes to the next and goes to, like, there's no telling how many hours are logged into my YouTube of watching something that really I wasn't even watching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it automatically goes to something else that you've already watched if it's live or, like,
sure.
Like, yeah, like I'd actually be curious to see what his viewership right now is at this point.
Watch hours.
Yeah.
I bet it's a bunch. What did that comment say from Junior? Happy, you should see what some of those strippers will do for a 50. You ought to see what some of them will do for just $1. It's pretty bad. Oh, damn, I miss my younger self partying in strip clubs, MC clubs. It was a blast. It was, man. I used to do the same in my younger years. I'd been to one or three of them before.
I got invited to a strip club on let's see, what night was it? I think it was either Friday or Saturday night.
Really?
Yeah,
From a guy or a girl?
a girl.
Really? She work here?
No.
Oh, she just wanted to go hang out at one?
Yeah,
You didn't go?
I didn't go.
Pussy. Did I say that out loud?
I mean, in my defense, I have been under the weather, so
Yeah.
Even me being under weather in the hospital for X amount of time, I still would have went.
Yeah. $1 was the usual stripper test. Absolutely. I'm rediscovering old videos that I forgot I shot. That's cool, man. That's super cool. I've got $1 Polaroid pic of completely 100% naked Canadian strippers. See what you can get for $1? Won't tell you their real name, but we'll show you their butthole for $1. That's facts.
that's like at that strip club in West Virginia that's right by the or Berkeley Springs is. The night that we all went there and I saw this girl's butthole told me a story.
Was it speaking to you?
Oh, it I've never seen a butthole talk so much good English in my life.
Have you ever seen one smoke a cigarette?
No, you told me this story though.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
You ain't seen nothing till you seen one smoke a 100.
I bet this girl could probably do it though, because
I've seen one smoke a 100 before, and Southern Texas.
I'm telling you, when you see that cherry light up, your mouth will drop. I'm telling you. And then when it exhales the smoke, there's nothing like it, man. I mean, it's unreal. Unbelievable.
Oh
Jeez.
my God.
I didn't know how we got on this subject.
I know, right?
Oh man, everybody has had a $1 bill that's been in a stripper's ass crack. Wesley, that's right. I bet there's not much circulated money that probably hasn't been through a strip club at one point.
Right.
I saw a girl pick up a $1 bill off the table. Absolutely. I seen one bury a
Watch yourself.
beer bottle one night. The whole thing. From standing up.
I have
a
also
real
seen
smooth splits and buried that thing. Stood back up, didn't stay there. It stayed on the bar as she stood up, and the dude picked that beer bottle up and drank it. All I wanted to do was gag. I've seen some nasty stuff, man. Hey, what's the link to the upcoming races? I had it and lost it. There's actually a really, really good one. But I don't think we can. I don't know if there's anywhere we could possibly share it on here because it's on a friend of ours' Facebook page. It's a girl named Kara.
It's actually it's a Google document. Actually, it is what it is. Let me see if I can. Let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can do that.
I thought we've posted the link on the chat before, like last year. Someone was asking about it. I thought
Yeah,
you
I
posted
sponsored it. We
it.
sponsored it last year.
Let
Yeah.
me see if I can highlight this as a link. Hang on. I'll figure out how the hell to do this shit.
Exactly, Heather. You never know what we're going to be talking about, though. But me pooping out in the yard next to my dogs. That was
You can't.
Oh,
That's hard to beat.
she said it. She messaged me last week. She goes, I had to turn it off after that.
that was a bonding moment with me and my dogs.
Oh, all right.
I'm telling you, that's the hardest I've ever laughed in my entire life. When I saw the fucking screenshot, I'm telling you, I've never laughed harder in my entire life than looking at that fucking picture.
Oh man, it wasn't a proud moment, but
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
absolutely.
I don't know if that link will work in YouTube.
Now I can click on that.
Yeah,
Yep,
I
it
can
just
on
popped
my,
up.
I can on my end, but
See if that'll pop up for you guys if you click on that. And that is actually this. That's kind of like the national schedule that we all use. Like,
From PRI to PRI.
yeah, I think fans ought to use it to see events and circle them of the ones that they want to go to. Promoters use it to, try not and stack a ton on top of other people. We all go to her and send her the name of the race, where it's going to be at, yada, 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 and the date. She shares it on a huge calendar, and it's 365 days. It is the link's good, Chris. That's awesome.
cool. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
it says
that's cool that it worked.
2025, but those are actually 2026 dates. She just hasn't updated the flyer yet for all the new sponsors and stuff.
Let me see.
But
Yeah, because they're even in blue. It says 2026.
yep. But
I
yeah,
gotta put my glasses on so I can even. Dude, I can't see anymore. It's terrible. There's a lot. Really? Is that actual a legitimate thing? Less than 3% of dollars have never been in strip clubs. Buttholes. That's crazy.
how do you find the statistics to that?
So that means 96% have been. Am I reading that right?
Let me read it. Let's see.
Less than 3% of dollars have never been in strip clubs. So 96% has been.
Yes, that's how I'm reading it. I mean, that's
was kind of my math statistics that I thought of too. I mean, I feel like a lot is passed through. Oh, that's cool. Everybody's downloading it.
Yeah, I have it saved as a bookmark on my Safari. So like whenever I need to go look at the schedule, I just go into Safari and hit the link and they'll pop right up.
Yeah.
Man, I need to actually. I wonder if I can put a.
You can do it on your side too.
Well, I wonder if I could put that on my phone.
You can.
As like I don't know what do you call it?
Like a bookmark? Or like a tab?
Like a tab, like a Facebook, like how Facebook would look on your home screen, or Instagram, or a widget. I wonder if I could actually turn it into a widget where I could just go and click it and it pop up.
I don't know. I have it, like I said, it's in my favorites. That's how you.
That's what I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I said 96% because there's 1% of money. It's probably never even been touched by anybody. So give me a little bit of a grace period here. How many have been used as a straw for drugs? I'd say
quite a bit.
Probably that same percentage. McDonald's straws are better. They're bigger. I just couldn't imagine having one of them dollar bills in my mouth to begin with. Listen, I'm too much of a germaphobe. I'm
Right.
good.
Take you a lot of money to do that.
U.S. currency is absorbent to it. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Hey, radio's back again. It was gone.
Dude, that is crazy.
I just noticed it. It was gone the entire time, and now it's back.
So is it real quiet though?
Kinda, but I can like kind of. If I sit there and be quiet, you can hear.
You can hear it?
Yep.
That is insane, man.
There's a commercial right now.
Chris, these ads are annoying. That's funny.
Hold on, I turned it down. I turned it down as low as I could go.
I don't know what that is. I really do wish I knew what it was. All the Australian money can be washed.
Yeah, I turned it down as low because it was actually on high, and I was like, and I didn't set it like that. That was YouTube.
I wish I had a picture of Pac-Man's chassis. We just got it back today, Alex. It turned out,
Yeah.
it looks really
Sick.
good, man. It's sick, dude. It's a candy blue, metallic. It's real slick, shiny. It's all fresh. So we got some new wheels for it. We're gonna powder coat them black, and I think we're gonna put his number, like how the Weld Alpha wheels has Alpha in the
Yeah.
hoop.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna put his number, like in the hoops of his wheels. We're gonna do them black, and they supposed to be like all metal flake,
That's
and
sick.
like with different colors around them to make them really stand out. So I'm real anxious to get his go-kart back together, man, because his racing season starts pretty soon. He's got 12 races this year.
That's awesome.
That little joker is going to be a points champion, man. I see it coming. Trump
so
said we're
sick.
taking Cuba and Greenland. And Trump said a lot past couple of days. Like,
That's facts.
I feel bad for a lot of places.
Everybody else.
I don't feel bad for them. They're asking for it. And like we just keep saying, FAFO, and it's coming.
Yep.
Like today, watching all them people get, the windows busted out of their car and drug out of their car. It's real easy to not let that happen to you. If they tell you to do something, do it.
Well, that's my biggest thing.
If not, they're like, hey, watch this.
If you're pulling down the street and they say, "Hey, we
Stop.
need you to stop.
Turn
We're
around.
running a federal investigation over here."
Yeah.
I mean, hey, what do you want me to do? Listen, my house is right up the street. You guys need some water?
Right.
I'm not getting in the middle of this.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. Trump is trolling. Absolutely. That's how the best NASCAR drivers start happy. That's my dream, man. I'd love to see my little man come up in the whole world of racing, turning left. Love for him to be like Arca or,
That'd
be
sick.
just drive. I mean, that's my dream. And he's
a
good.
driver for sure.
He is.
That's a
He
fact.
really is. He can drive. Chuck, that mom didn't deserve it. Come on, man. Come on. We won't share all our political beliefs or like get into that, but
Yeah,
come
we will.
on, man.
We'll stop talking about that situation.
Yeah. After
Yeah.
some of the stuff I heard today, I mean, geez.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they said the wife was putting out cigarettes on the kids' arms, and they got proof of it. Like, so can't even say that mother. Dude, I gotta stop. Like, it's some of the stuff I've seen. It's ridiculous, man. But CIA earned their money on that one. We got to talk about some racing for a little bit before we go political.
Did you see they raced this weekend? And I think it was Limpy talking about DFW.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of that?
No, I didn't see any of that one. I seen BJ was live down in New Orleans. They was racing at the 5.
I did see that. I think that was the daily driver race, I believe.
Was it?
I think so. It was the one that we were watching. I thought that was the one we were watching at your house
May have been.
that they moved it to.
Yeah, I know that I clicked it on and seen them racing down there in the streets. And then, yeah, Limpy was saying that there was one down by him.
It was Lonnie. How you say his last name? Starts with a K.
I would butcher it.
I seen that.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I see he won. There was a lot of big wings on the street.
Really?
Yep.
I could see where it'd be beneficial on the street for sure. With all the race drama, racing can feel like politics, and it can at times for sure. Imagine being on our end of it.
Constant. It's always something or somebody.
Yeah, it's usually somebody. BC Beater Bomb got a son of Junior Dragster. That's cool. Good deal. I know Boosted GT's really big into it with his boy. Like, I think that's awesome, man. Mine wasn't so interested in it. So that's why I'm excited to see him turning left. Yep, Corley's races this weekend.
Oh yeah, it is. Yep, I did see that.
Oh, you're not going down there, Chris?
They never got back to me. So
You never heard nothing from him. What is that? What was up with the G body that pit maneuvered the other G body on the street? Anyone else see that video? No, but I need to.
I did see that. Hold on, let me find it.
See if you can bring that up.
I gotta find who shared that.
Happy, what'd you think about Ryan Martin running 394 on 28s? I think that's just the beginning of seeing people run those types of times.
That wasn't that.
It'll only get faster. Hold on, comments went by really fast. What's your boy racing? He's racing a junior champ kart.
Dennis just sent it to me. Hang on a second.
I'm
gonna pop this up.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Oops, that is not what I was wanting.
You're home for the Jubal Show.
They're home for the Jubal Show. That's what your radio just said.
Really?
Now it's loud.
Dude, that's crazy.
Do you hear it, Alex?
Oh yeah.
I wish I could.
It's gone.
I unplugged my mic and plugged it back up.
It's gone.
Gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I'm telling you, there's nothing on.
All right. I'll play this.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Audio's up. Oh, shit. Hold on.
Where's this at? Oh, that looks like that street in Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi. Oh, it is. Oh, oh.
Wow.
Let's watch it again. That is that street. Oh, dude, that's rough. Wow. Man, I've been wanting to go to that street for a while. The last time we was down there for Justin Lee's race, I looked that street up because in all the YouTube videos, they show the address. They show the crossroads right there.
Oh yeah.
So I looked that up and dropped a pin, and it was like 2 hours ish away from where we was. And I was like, but I at least wanted to go there and see it. That street looks pretty gangster, man. It's right in the middle of town. They set like everybody pulls up in a gas station's parking lot and hangs out. Like it is right in the middle of the street. Damn, that sucks.
I think it happened last. I thought everybody was sharing it today, so I assumed it happened either this weekend.
Well, they race like
they've raced in
even
the daytime there.
Yeah, and it may even be a Tuesday night, and two dudes are going back and forth. They're going to race. Like it's a spot like that. They just pull up and get down.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if dude like, man, that car turned left hard.
Yeah, it's almost like something broke.
Yeah. Real hard. Said last weekend. Doesn't look like that thing has a cage either. Man, a lot of those G bodies down there don't. Like I'd love to go down there and race. Love to. That street's pretty gangster. Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that. I don't know what it is. I don't see a whole like I don't know. I'm not on my phone though. Broke axle. Top end, they both are both into it. Yeah, I hadn't seen that. That's wild.
That's crazy.
Not racing without a cage.
There's a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
Roll bars only, and we've seen people race without helmets. We've seen it all. I wasn't paying attention.
You got one sitting about 10 feet from me. Don't G bodies have a bad rear end from the factory? Yeah, most G bodies though that's racing like that on the streets probably took out. They're not going to be running with a 7.5 in them. They're junk. Like they don't hold up to nothing. It's all by choice. Happy, what was your ET go without a gauge, without a cage? I actually want to go 490s. But I'm an idiot. I've been 530s, been 533 with nothing. Not a roll bar, not nothing. And the car I got now has got power windows, power seats, everything. Radio. It's got it all. Real deal street car. I'd like to go 490s with it. But I'm an idiot. Tell me if your street be street. Man, now honestly, before I really went out there and was street racing the car, I'd probably safeten it up. But I would much rather street race this new car that I've got than anything else. It's just local to me, it's dead. There's really nothing going on any remotely close. There's nothing, nobody really doing nothing in Kentucky on the street. There's nobody really doing nothing in Indiana on the street.
Same here.
Nothing really going on in Ohio. I mean, there for a while, somebody was putting on a street race almost every weekend that if you were in the circle, you heard about it, you knew about it, it was within driving distance. But that's been, man, the last, I guess the streets was really good. It's probably been
COVID.
6-ish years. But yeah, COVID 2000.
COVID was definitely was probably our best year.
Yeah, that was one of the betters for a while, but then before that, man, when it was really good around here, it was probably 2010 to 2015 area, and it was hot. That's when we was filming a lot on the street and was out. I mean, a lot. And then way before it, like in 2000, 99, 2000, 2001, it was in that area. It was hot. If you're street, be street. If you ain't, be ain't. Some guy that tucks his ears in his hat. And we need to get him on here. We need to get him on here and bullshit, man.
I would love to.
And a lot of people love him or hate him. I don't know. I think that dude's really intelligent.
Super intelligent.
He is. I don't know if enough people give him credit, but like Big Chief's talented. He's fast. I'd like to see him now with this 28-10-5 stuff getting big, get his car out, he's been doing some street racing with it on 28s quite a bit. Suburban doesn't have a cage, yeah. James, yeah, you're right. You see the new Corvette runs 860 in the quarter from the factory?
Yes, I did see that. The new 01.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Well, and look at that. That car don't have a cage.
No, I mean, you couldn't. I mean, I'm surprised they even, and it was at Bradenton of all places. I'm surprised they let it do it.
Well, that thing had to have been in the 5s and the 8th.
Yeah.
If it's short half, like it probably back half an 860, it'd almost be like a 570.
Mm-hmm.
That's if you break it down in quick math.
Yeah, somebody was here. Let me go back to my group chat. They were talking about it earlier. They said that. What did he say?
I think they're going to get Jackie's car back out soon. They just did. They were just out in it testing it.
Yeah, it did 0 to 60 in 1 point. Where'd it go? 1.68.
I wonder what it's 60 footed.
I don't know.
Probably don't break down a time slip, but that's his nitrous small block caddy is pretty 6. Love the long breakdowns. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's talented. It was a 560 something in the 8th. I was close. I was figuring it probably wouldn't have short halved crazy good. So I mean that's killer. Kyle Loftus posted the slip. No cage or chute on street tires. Man, that's impressive. I didn't see that. That's how
Yeah, went almost 159 mile an hour in the quarter. That's insane.
Yeah, that is insane. What engine's in a new Corvette? I don't even know.
It's the mid-engine. It's I think it's a.
Is it like a 6.2 liter?
I think it's a 6.6. It's got so they have it's a it's hybrid too. You gotta also think about that.
Oh, so it's one of the electric driven front wheel drive.
So my SQ is the exact same way. It actually is technically, if you really want to think about it, it is actually a hybrid versus what it has as far as a power plant as well. It's set up the exact same way.
Twin turbo 5.5, I believe.
Yeah, it's a 5.5. Makes 1,064 to the crank. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That's the regular 01. The 01X, it makes $12.50
That's insane.
with the electric motor. 0 to 60 in
insane.
1.68.
Happy,
Jeez.
what's up with that kid who works for UPS that raced and lived down
Butterface.
your way? Did he up and quit racing? Oh, you're talking about Alan with Butterface with the
Yeah.
Malibu. No, he'll actually be at Sick Week. I just had Saturday we had lunch together, and his dad. His dad's the one that peed on the guy's feet at the urinal where the story come from earlier, where the dollar bill was taken. But yeah, I was with him Saturday. He'll be at Sick Week. He's running Rowdy Radio, I think's the class.
Yes.
2685 or 235 radio. I know it's got to be on like an 85. Yeah, he was showing me his new fan setup and radiator setup and everything that they're doing for the drivability, which is really cool. They've been driving the car around, putting some miles on it. They just let it sit in the garage and idle, they said the other day, for like 20 minutes while the tuner was on the laptop and was going over data and looking at everything, just seeing how it was going to sit there and run and idle. You know, if they get in traffic. Yep, Team Meatball. It is.
Yeah, he tried to do they tried last year. I mean, they can't count him out for effort of trying to get out of South Georgia.
Yeah.
And they ended up only making it probably about 10 miles down the road and
Had alternator failure.
Yep.
Yeah, we were trying to stay up to date with them as much as we could, but they've pretty much all last season. They tinkered with the car. They ran it on a 26, and they've been working on all the drivability stuff. So the goal, obviously, is to finish it this year. So is Dad pissed on your feet? No. Pissed on my buddy's feet. It was standing in the middle urinal, and he's the one who put the dollar in between his toes, and the stripper took it out with her mouth. Gross. Yep, Rowdy Radio last year. He ran really. Yeah, he had actually, I think, one of the fastest times of day one. Like, they were going to be really tough to beat. I think this year they're going to be tough. But I also think, what's the dude's name that just wired the car for Cletus? Devin Vanderhoof? With the real pretty Mustang, the brand new one, like the S550.
What he wired, the Elko?
Yep. Devin wires up all those. I think Devin's running Rowdy Radio also. And that car should be extremely fast.
Yeah.
That heat traffic makes a huge difference. Oh, I guarantee it, James. Guarantee it.
Yeah.
See, Tommy and Allison are looking for a backup car for Sick Week in case their vehicles are not ready. Man, I almost thought about messaging them.
Yeah, so basically what happened is they had the truck is at Mike's shop right now, getting some work done to it. And obviously when they bought that truck, it was kind of, I wouldn't say it was a hack job, but there was a lot of stuff in that truck that wasn't done the way that it probably should have been done.
In the Dodge?
Yes.
Yep.
So when they started, basically what they were doing is they were trying to get her truck to cert for the exact speed or the time that it actually needs to be, because it wasn't anywhere close.
Yep.
when they started pulling all the interior out, the bars were not even welded to, they were welded to the cab mounts of the truck, and they were barely even touching, really.
Yep.
So like that cage is pretty much in a day,
Garbage.
it's junk.
Yep.
And Tommy had said that the guy who had originally did the cage in that truck, he did it in his driveway in the rain. So
Right.
obviously, he wasn't a very well, fabricator by any means. But obviously didn't know that until you started pulling body parts off to see where, stuff like that is.
Sure.
So they spent, I talked to Tommy, I think it was Friday, and they had spent all day Friday and they cut every piece of cage out of that truck. So basically they're starting from scratch all over again, because it was obviously not going to cert the way it was. 1, 2, it's actually not safe. Obviously. So, don't know if they're going to try. They're trying their best.
Dude, he'll knock that out in no time.
Maybe.
I guarantee it. I thought about messaging them and telling them if they wanted to come get my car and take it, they could. But
yeah, it's
I don't know if it'd make it. Like if I had enough miles on it where I was really, really comfortable, I've probably only put, I don't know, maybe 100, 150 miles on my car. Not 1,000.
right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Tommy obviously got did he show that yet? I don't think he has.
No, that's why I wasn't even going to discuss it.
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna say that.
Tommy does have a new car.
Yes. He's got a rental.
Yeah, it's cool.
He's got some parts on order for that. There's some stuff that needs taken care of before it can make a trip like that. Needless to say, coming from the person who does own that previously. Yeah.
Oh man, I was cracking up. I heard a story about it the other day. I said, yeah, I don't doubt it. Like one person said they'd been driving it around forever, no issues, no nothing, and then Tommy's like,
gauges don't work.
Not a single gauge works, and the fan wasn't even wired up.
Yeah, the fan didn't even work. And
it don't know if it was running hot because none of the gauges worked.
And it still has the stock fan from the original motor that came in that car, which has got 4 less cylinders.
Yeah, freaking 4-cylinder. I was cracking up, man.
It's wild. I don't know if I'm going with them on that. Because Jeff and Tiffany, Allison's parents, are not driving anything this year. So they were planning on probably riding with them if they do go.
Oh, I got you.
I told them, I said, I would love to run in sick week and just run the whole week in my SQ. I know I can't do that because obviously it's sold out. I would go down to sick ward. I would go down to sick ward. It sucks because I want to race the car.
That was kind of my plan for like our first year, would be do the sick ward, and then just to be a part of it and be cruising, be hanging out with all my buddies at night. You know what I mean? We stay at the same hotels and and have a good time.
I might talk to them because obviously they I know they're going to need help filming and stuff like that, because obviously they got a lot of work to do between both cars like it did last year.
Yeah.
Because I might do that.
It'd be fun.
I think it would.
Yeah, it'd be fun, man.
And I'll pick you up on the way. We'll just go.
It'd be fun.
We just ride in style the whole week.
That'd be fancy.
Yeah.
Bougie.
Bust
Bougie.
some people off at a couple red lights.
It would be fun. That's something I've wanted to do now for a couple of years. It's really why I got this car and wanted to mess with it. Let's just offer Tom or Garrett a couple hundred. They'll let you in. I don't know. I think they're fairly strict on that, on the sick week deal.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I can't offer a couple hundred. Definitely not. I wish. It'd make a good video between my stuff and then obviously helping with them.
Yeah, it would for sure. Oh boy.
What? Oh. I think he'd be all right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He'd be all right.
I think he'd be all right. They get along pretty well.
I know 5 people that's done that and got in. Yeah, I mean, I think if we really wanted to, we could probably get in.
Yeah.
Jason didn't give Happy any vacation time. He figured he wouldn't last but a week. Jeez.
Wow.
That's who was going to do it with. Me and Kinsey was going to take one car. Jason, his wife, was going to take a car, or we could go down and have fun. We probably would have got locked up. It's been bad. We've been out on the highway racing. I mean, there's no telling.
Maybe we should look into doing that.
When is it? Because don't we have to be back in Florida for another race? I don't know where all these.
I thought it was the
dates fall.
week after U.S. Street it starts. I think it's real close to right after U.S. Street Nationals.
Hold on. I gotta look it up. It's the 1st through the 7th.
February?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's right after U.S. Street.
It's the
The
week
next
after.
w-
It's
yeah,
the
the
next
next
week
week.
after.
And then when is World Series of Pro Mod?
End of February. February 23rd or something like that. 25th, something.
I can't remember the date of that race. I've got to be in Mississippi.
I might accompany you on that.
Really?
I'm thinking about it.
Dude, that's fun.
You guys posted your race schedule, and I was like,
It's the 26th through the 28th is World Series of Pro Mod. Yeah. So it's the end of the month.
When is
Inverse?
the inverse? It's on my schedule, but I don't know how to bring that stuff up.
Hold on.
I'm on here. Oh, here's my Facebook. Oh, you know, I've never been on Facebook on a computer.
It's the week before World Series of Pro Mod. It's the 20th and 21st.
20th, 21st. Yep, there it is.
So, what would you leave Thursday?
Yep,
I would imagine that's Friday, Saturday.
yep. When Kinsey would get off work on Thursday, we'll probably haul tail. So 5-ish o'clock. And then just
Man.
roll all night. It's a haul. But then we sleep in because the Friday portion of that race doesn't start till the evening. And we've got a cabin on property. And we got plenty of room in the cabin.
And when do you guys get back?
So we would sleep Saturday night there in the cabin, get up Sunday morning and haul tail back.
Was it 9 hours? 8 or 9 hours?
Let me see. Let me grab my phone.
Damn, that sucks that there's nothing
My
going
house,
on
Leakesville, Mississippi.
that second week of February, because I would almost like because I actually liked it. So I was actually thinking about that because I would actually wouldn't mind coming to Inverse and setting up for the weekend.
Dude, it's fun.
Since it's somewhere I've never been.
I'm
and
telling you, man.
I think it would do good, obviously, having the booth and stuff there.
Yep.
Then obviously after that, then head to Florida and go to World Series of Pro Mod, just be down there and be
Right.
gone for like an entire month, which I could do that.
Yep. Dude, that's an awesome race. All you got to do is reach out to Justin.
Yeah.
I mean, he's super cool. Deal with, work with, everything. Happy you're all still getting those super cheap flights everywhere. Yes and no. So, like certain flights, we do get really cheap. Then certain ones to leave at a certain time on certain days, we're paying a little extra for. What I've been looking into is Frontier has a package right now for $350 until 2027. So you got a year. And for $350, it's unlimited flights. You can fly anywhere that Frontier flies, which is even out of the country too. They go to like Aruba, they go to Mexico, but anywhere in the continental United States, it's a one-time. You only have to pay taxes on that flight. So say most of the taxes, they said averages between 14 to 20 bucks. So like that's cheap. The downfall to the deal with Frontier is, say you need to leave Saturday at noon, or there is a flight leaving Saturday at noon to where you're going. You can't book it until Friday at noon. You've only got a 24-hour window to reserve a flight, reserve your seat. So you can't, like, we can't be making plans for a race in 3 weeks and I go ahead and book my flight tonight. I can
Right.
only book it 24 hours in advance to the flight that I need. Like, so we can watch certain flights and be like, all right, well, if I don't make this one, I can try and book this one or this one or this one. But you'd have to kind of figure it out. But it's a smoking deal. It's $350. You got it for an entire year. So if you're kind of like a person,
You flying? Is that coach, or you just
Yeah.
pick wherever? Yeah,
yeah, $350 unlimited.
that's not a bad deal.
Yeah, I'm actually
So-
reading about it right now.
I watched a dude on YouTube that done it, and his thing, he did it last year. He went to every single amusement park in the United States. So he would just like this, and that was his YouTube channel. You know, traveling to all these amusement parks and stuff. Well, he talked about the flight deal, and he was like, it worked out good for me because I would just on a Thursday be like, all right, well, I want to go here tomorrow. And he would just hop on the plane and pay the taxes, which was $14-15,
Huh.
take off.
Yeah, there's
So-
a lot of blackout dates with that too.
A lot, most weekends,
Almost every weekend in January.
almost every weekend. Yep. Oh, believe me, we've done a lot of research on it, and really, it's Frontier,
Yep.
Steve.
It's called the Go Wild Fat Pass.
Yep. It would really be good if you wanted to fly during the week. And like we discussed, just like flying to Vegas and eating dinner and flying home, or go to LA
That'd be dope.
for just like a couple of
Just
days.
doing that?
Well, and that's what I told her. I was like, you know, look how many times that I'm watching a show on YouTube and these people are eating at a restaurant in New York. Like, I'd love to call up at a restaurant, make a reservation, and fly in the next day and eat. You know what I mean? And then like
Yeah.
fly home. Like,
Yeah.
if it only costs you 14 or 15 bucks to fly, you put a backpack on with fresh pair of underwear, and I mean, just roll. Like, it'd be a blast. And you wouldn't even have to fly home from there. Wherever you went, you could fly, just go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah,
Frontier.
Frontier.
The Go Wild Pass is what it's called.
Yeah. $350. Exactly. Junior Pete Luger's is a steakhouse that I've been wanting to eat at. What's up, Gabe?
What's up, bud? Pete Luger's.
up?
Where's that at? New York?
That was the originals in New York. They just opened up one in Vegas.
Hmm.
But you ought to look that place up. When we hop off here, go to YouTube and look up Pete Luger's.
Hmm.
Their steaks though are kind of prepared like the Del Frisco's here. They come out on that hot plate where it's sizzling with butter, and they're in a broiler.
That sounds so good.
I like them.
Hmm.
How often do Frontier inspect their planes? It don't matter, man. How often do you inspect your car? Like we don't do no inspections on them. We half the time change the oil when it says change the oil. I mean,
That's funny.
Happy always travels with extra pants and underwear. That's my main things. That and wipes. I got a package of wipes, deodorant, a couple pair of drawers.
You never know.
You gotta throw a cologne in there too. You gotta have some.
I like having a squirt of cologne.
You got to.
Absolutely. Won't be disappointed. Yeah, that's
Wait.
one restaurant I've been wanting to try, man.
Wait, hold on a minute. I fucked that up. Hold on a minute. It says sick week is the 6th through the 8th.
That's still the next week. Towards the end of it.
What's every? Well, yeah, because then the next week is. What in the hell is happening here?
Holy cow. I'm in Virginia for work, trying to change my flight with American to leave, I guess, a day early.
There
I
is
wanted
nothing.
$700 extra. Yeah. See, that is insane. Like, I don't even pay that for the flights we take. Like, our flight back from Florida this weekend is $41. $41. Sign me up.
Right.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sucks. There's nothing going on that week after that. Ain't nothing. There's not even anything on the schedule.
yeah, it's so early.
Sounds like you just need to sit that ass in the sand.
I mean, I don't be opposed to that, but
one extra set of shorts, 6 pair of underwear. That sounds about right.
Junior,
Well,
that's not what happens. You don't get an uh-oh. You just get a sound that happens. Ask me how I know.
No, you just get oh, I'm gonna shit on myself.
Oh man.
Oh
It
my
sucks.
God. I remember where were we at? We went to it was the race that we all stayed in the hotel and we were damn it, I don't remember. Anyways, we just ate. We're on the way back to the hotel, and we pull under the awning, and you said "Brr." And Kenzie left the car there underneath the awning, right in front of the front door. I said, "Oh my God."
Yeah, sometimes it's rough, man.
I'm telling you, if we need to make a YouTube channel of just the hotel stays, we'd be fucking rich.
I know. I told Chris the other day, like, I don't really know how to do it. And I was like, we just need GoPros, but then you'd have
Everybody
so
just needs to
much
wear GoPros.
footage to edit. But
it would
dude,
kill.
Just when we go out and the stuff that we do, and we're always gone, we're always doing something. I think it would be entertaining because
I had this talk. I had a buddy. Well, I've told you about him. The guy that owns the vape shop by me. He's selling the business. And we were talking. He had a little YouTube channel of him doing like fishing and stuff.
Mhm.
And I told him, I said, dude, being around Tin Soldier, their YouTube channel, and being around Caleb Miller's YouTube channel, with a lot less followers, but I've come to the conclusion it don't matter what you video, it's the personality. You could video yourself sitting on a couch, and if you have like that personality, you're gonna get views. And he
Yeah.
was like, man, I've never really thought about that way. It's like, yeah. So man, it's all about the personality. And I'm here to tell you, there's a lot of personality when we all stay in the fucking hotel rooms.
Right. Oh, I know, man.
There's some
There'd be a lot of
conversation.
stuff that needs to not be aired.
Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, all of our travels and stuff, man, we have, and you never know where we're going to stop or what we're going to do. Like, I don't know. It's like, I live like that though.
It needs to be like a reality show.
I know.
God.
It'd be fun, man. Would have to do a Mike Corley loaded condom hotel room remake. Jeez.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah, we need to like have a reenactment of that whole scene.
Listen,
and just
I
have
bet
him,
AI can do it right now.
Oh, I guarantee
Oh, dude, could you imagine?
that would be funny if we made that on AI.
Oh my God.
That would be funny. I need to mess with that more though too.
Say, Sarah, where's Sarah
I
at?
know.
That's what we
Sarah.
need. We need to buy a bunch of them fucking Ray-Ban Meta
Those
glasses.
Meta glasses.
Yes,
I wouldn't mind getting a pair and film.
Dude.
They say though they only film vertical.
Yes,
Uh,
that's the only thing that sucks. 'Cause
So when you
Billy-
go to full screen it
yeah.
distorts it.
yeah, because Billy's got a pair of them, and they're sweet. I mean, like they'll play music, and like you can't even somebody will be sitting beside you, and you never hear the music.
Really?
Yep.
And don't you just tell them to turn on?
Yeah.
Like, hey,
You're
start filming.
you're
Medic,
like,
start
hey,
filming.
Meta, start filming, or Meta, take a picture. Yep.
I wouldn't mind getting a pair. Cause like when shooting like the big end stuff, like I know last year I put a couple reels of me shooting on the big end at Shady Side, and it did like really, really, really good. And I wouldn't mind doing that, shooting at like Warner Woods and stuff like that.
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're looking through your eyes, and your eyes are going to be focused. That's the best video you could ever have.
Yeah.
Man, I need to look more into it. I keep talking about it and saying it, but I don't know. I'm always like, when am I going to have the time to? But like Billy said, you just if we videoed and then just had somebody else edit it, but because that'd be my thing. I don't have the time. Well, like Chris, how long did it take you to edit your last video?
20 minutes, maybe.
Jeez, that's
If that.
fast.
But it's super easy to do. That's
And you're doing it all with an iPhone.
yeah, doing it through iMovie.
I vague to remember you guys were talking about something about iPhones.
Yeah. We're actually
Welcome to the dark side.
we was talking about it the other night, and I was like, when somebody upgrades their phone and gets a new one, I told Kenzie, I was like, I may just buy their old phone and just have that for like a film phone, and then get a what's the tablets, a MacBook? Because wouldn't I just send it all?
You can just airdrop it.
And then edit it all right there on a laptop.
It's really not that hard. Like that little video I made and sent you guys.
Yeah.
That took me fucking 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, all it is videoing. Like if you make a video all day, all you have to do is cut it up. It's already in order when you add it to the thing, and then you just add music to it.
Right.
And you always have your phone. I mean, I know you're busy as shit, but you just airdrop it to me.
Jeez.
Oh my God. Man, that some bitch is fully loaded.
We're gonna have to mess with that though. He's got to be barefooted. Like
You're right.
you've got to see a for real rubber.
That's good.
Yeah, just start videoing, and then once you get that iPhone, just airdrop it to me. And it's not like, I'm super busy I am busy at work.
Happy Alex, how long y'all been sucking on those vapes? I met a 25-year-old girl today that had to have half of her left lung removed and has popcorn lungs in the right from 5 years of vaping. So
11
I,
years.
I was going to say I've probably been, so ever since they very, very first started, I started with what was called mods and drippers. I used to
Oh
have
yeah.
to twist my own coils, stuff them with my own cotton, drip my fluid in there, and then would hit it. And you'd only get 1 or 2 hits, and you'd have to drip fluid in them. I've still got all that stuff. I've got like a huge collection. I've probably been vaping pretty strong for, I guess they've been around 11, 12,
Yeah.
13 years. I
Now,
used to smoke 4 packs of cigarettes a day.
now to this comment. So I don't know where she was getting her vape. So I have a buddy that is now selling his business. He's getting into something else, but he would get a lot of customers that would buy at like a gas station,
Yeah.
and 99% of the time they're fake. So the people that were going to his shop were telling him like, dude, I've been in the hospital for like 3 days because of this. Well, come to find out they were fakes, and the nicotine level in the juice that they were using was so much
Stronger.
stronger. It was physically like messing their lungs up. They were on sleep, or not sleep machines, but like breathing machines, because the nicotine was so much.
Mhm.
And that's what I think that's the biggest issue is the fake stuff.
Wow. Cost as much as cigarettes? No. If I was still smoking cigarettes today, I would definitely spend more on cigarettes than I do
Oh,
on
yeah.
vapes.
If you're smoking 4 packs a day,
I
that's
was
$15, $20 a pack.
like I was smoking 4 packs a day.
My
And to
dude
stop
wasn't
and
breathing
think
no
about it,
oxygen.
dude, for smokers that still do smoke cigarettes that are watching, imagine how much you have to smoke 4 packs a day. That's, I mean, literally. And I was smoking 100s. I would smoke 2 in the shower. I ain't kidding, dude. And my pack of cigs would be up top on the door of my lighter. I would smoke
Dude.
2 whole 100s taking a shower.
In the shower.
In the shower.
Oh my God.
And then at the time, I worked in a body shop because that was my profession for years, paint and body work. So while I would be blocking on a car or sanding on a car, I would have that 100 in the corner of my mouth and granny ash. So I would look at my shirt and there would literally be a pack of ashes on my shirt. And you seen where my fat ass had been all day on my roll around chair because there'd be cigarette butts exactly where I was sitting. I'd have to sweep up and clean up every afternoon. Like, I'm so glad I quit smoking because my house that I lived in reeked. You know, it was my house. I'm smoking in it. Like,
Yeah.
and even like my buddy Birdman, he'd come over and never smoked a cigarette in his day. He would bring a change of clothes. So when he left my house, he didn't smell like cigarettes. And when I quit, we like washed everything in the house, wiped the walls down, painted, like really cleaned it up. And we had been, I forgot what it was, but we had went through some towels, bath towels, like the next week. And like everything in the house smelled really fresh, was really clean. Well, we were down to an old towel that hadn't been washed. And I pulled that out and went to dry my face off. And it smelled like an ashtray. Dude, I was about to get, and it was early. Like I was already about to get sick. I tried smoking one time after that. I quit for like 5 years and I smoked one cigarette. I smoked Newport. About threw up, dude. I don't think I could smoke one today. I really don't. I don't think I could smoke a cigarette today. I was smoking 4 packs of Camels a day for 30 years. Well, you know what it's like, Junior?
Yeah.
I smoked L&Ms. I smoked Marlboro Lights. I started with Marlboro Menthol Lights, and then I went to Marlboro Lights, and then I went to a cigarette called L&M Lights, and that's what I smoked until I quit. And now I can't stand the smell of a cigarette. Can't stand it. It's almost odd to me to see people smoking. But what was
Yeah.
crazy is when we went up there to get Racecraft, every single one of those dudes smoked cigarettes. All of them. So even though there was a big sign on the front door, no smoking, we walked in, you know, everybody's got a cig in their mouth. And it was just odd to see that many people smoking. But I don't know if it's where they live or where they're from, but even when we went out to eat, everybody was smoking. It's still like it's just a thing. It's like that's how behind
Yeah.
that place is up there, really. I don't know if there's any vape shops or I don't know. If you were awake for 16 hours a day, that's a cigarette every 10 minutes. Dude, I smoked a lot.
Listen, did y'all hear this motherfucker smoke 2 cigarettes in the shower?
In the shower.
In the shower.
And then when I'd get out and dry off, I'd have another cigarette. And the first thing I would do, I'd roll over and light a cigarette. First thing in the morning. Before I'd go to sleep at night, I'd usually smoke 2 or 3. Every time I got in the car, first thing I did, light a cigarette. When I'd get out of the car, first thing I'd do is light a cigarette. Like, we could smoke in restaurants. There, have a smoking section, non-smoking section. We go to the casino. We was all smoking. We go to strip clubs. We was all smoking. Like, I played cards every Friday night. Everybody at the table smoking cigarettes. It was just different times. Now it's like it really is. It's kind of odd. Even when we're at the track, I very seldom see people smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
I roll my own. It's pipe tobacco, $1.25 a pack. Really?
The only time I've ever smoked was when I was drunk.
Really?
Yeah.
What is a good vape to get? I want to quit cigs. Man, it's tough. Everybody's got a different palate. Like, I like sweet kind of candy flavored ones.
Yeah.
I do a lot of like strawberry flavored stuff. I like the Mr. Fog brand. It's kind of, that's kind of a bigger name, I guess, for like these disposable kind. My other ones aren't disposable that I used to vape all the time, but now I'm on these disposable ones just because it's simplicity. They're done. You throw them away and, go get another one. You can pick them up for like $20. They're probably one will last you. You'll have to charge it throughout, but $20 last you a week. Happy used to be 6 foot tall smoking all. I was one time. Remember my mom and dad smoking in a restaurant. I remember when you could smoke on an airplane. You should be able to smoke on a plane.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that. I also didn't fly till like shit.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I remember people smoking on an airplane when I was a kid.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They said it.
How long ago was that? How long ago was that?
I was a kid. I'm 47, so I was young. But then, my mom smoked. My sister smoked. My mom hasn't smoked a cigarette probably been 15, 20 years. Yeah, it's probably been 12, 13 years for me. Junior, I just can't seem to quit truck driver here. I get it, man.
Yeah.
I probably couldn't have quit cold turkey I instantly went to vaping, and I've vaped ever since. I don't know if it's any better for us. I don't know if I'm gonna have a horn growing out, cracking my ass. Like, I don't know what it's doing to me, but I know I feel better. When I switched back then, I remember feeling a lot better once I got all the tar and stuff out of my system, and now I can't stand the smell. I remember smoking in a hospital. Wow.
That's wild.
Had a school teacher smoked in class. Bingo halls growing up was bad. Yep. NASCAR guys used to smoke in the cars. I've kicked cocaine and heroin on my own 35 years ago, but I can't kick a pack of cigarettes. It's tough. It is. If it wasn't for vaping, though, I probably couldn't have quit either. Probably still been smoking today. When I was in school, we had a smoking section. You know, and I didn't even start smoking till late. I was like, and I was probably, you know, I seen so many kids, so many of my friends was smoking in school, sneaking in the bathroom and smoking and stuff. But I probably didn't start smoking until I was like 19, 20.
Huh.
Dude, I was locked up, and these dudes used to smoke toothpaste.
How do you do that?
Listen to this. I'll never forget it. And one of the very first days I was locked up, this dude started making these things. So you take one ply of toilet paper, one square, and right at one end, he would just take the toothpaste, and it was the white. I can't remember what we used to get while I was locked up. It was nasty. But a real thin strip, and roll up that one ply like a joint, and would take the lights and set it up by the light and let it dry. And you'd have to let it sit up there for like a week. Well, that heat from that light would sit there and dry out that toothpaste and get it almost like chalk, but it would burn. And then they would take, they had took a paper clip from a Bible that they had found in a Bible and unplug the TV and loop that paper clip around the plug and take another piece of toilet paper and plug that TV in, and it would arc and light up that piece of toilet paper. And then they'd fire up their fluoride cigarettes. And dude, it smelled like burnt rubber, just hot garbage in the cell. And they would be higher than giraffe ass smoking this fluoride, like smoking toothpaste.
Shit.
All of them would be in there like zombies. I never tried it. I'm like, well, I ain't trying that stuff.
That's crazy. I would have never in a million years thought something like
Absolutely.
that would be like even flammable. I mean, I guess I really haven't looked on the back of a bottle of toothpaste to see what's exactly in it. But
It's crazy. Some of the stuff I learned in there was crazy, man. Caveman started at 1464. Been smoking 50 years.
somebody said they started at 8 years
Bob
old.
Barker. That's right. Patrick's Ivy. Damn. That's the type of toothpaste we had. Everything while you're locked up is called Bob Barker. Everything. Your soap, deodorant, everything. Bob Barker. Man, my man served some time. Oh, dude. That's been so long since I heard that.
Yeah, somebody said they started at 8 years old.
Wow. You can get $8 a twig in prison. You can make 5 twigs from one cigarette. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, now when I was locked up, like nobody had a cigarette. There wasn't nobody even sneaking them in. There wasn't nobody doing nothing. Like it was pretty tight. I'm the last one in my family that hasn't quit smoking. Damn, we got a lot of smokers on here watching. Quite a few more than I would actually realize. Because, like I said, while we're at the races and stuff, like it really is kind of odd. Sometimes I look over and see somebody smoking. It's like I hardly see it anymore. How much does a vape cost? Like one like this that I'm vaping on right now is Mr. Fog Deal. I think you can pick them up in the vape shop from $20 to $24, depending on where you go.
Having a smoke now.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire one up myself. 2 brand new batteries and a metal bread tie, and you can light a cig. Yeah, man, I just watched them dudes using the TV plug. They used to scare me to death. It's like, man, y'all gonna blow us all up. That thing would be. Have you ever done that, Chris?
What?
You ever tied anything metal between the 2 prongs on a plug and plugged it into the wall?
No.
Brother. It's like a fireworks show.
Sparks flying.
Absolutely. And these idiots are sitting there with a piece of toilet paper trying to light it. Like idiots.
Can't say I've never done that.
Whew. I watched them make ink, to tattoo. They'd sharpen stuff to, man, it's crazy, dude. I was 8 years old myself. It was easy for us in the 80s to still pack butts from our folks. Yeah. I see more people smoking weed at the track than cigarettes. Yeah. I worked with an old head, said they used to drink mouthwash. Dude, unbelievable you said that. I know a dude who used to do that.
I knew somebody who used to eat toothpaste out of the tube. Like they
For
just
what?
I don't know. They would sit. He would literally be sitting there. I don't even remember how long ago this was, but he would be sitting there playing video games, and he would just be putting the tube up, eat it.
Oh no.
Just eat it.
I had a dude, all right, we used to call him that worked at with me and Jeremy at the body shop. He would come over and sweep our floors, and we called him Crazy T. His name was Terry, and he was huge in like RC planes, but he was nuts. He said he was chemicaled with like chemical warfare. He was in the army, and he'd always said he was waiting on his check. His check was on the boat, and it was coming. He was supposed to get paid from the government because, like, whatever island he was on, supposedly they were doing some testing on some bombs, and he got ate up with radiation. So, like, he'd be out in the front yard talking to aliens, and we called him Crazy T. The dude was nuts. But he used to get blindfolded on Listerine. Blindfolded. He kept a bottle of Listerine. He drove an old pickup truck, man. And if Jeremy was on here watching tonight, he'd hop on here and tell God's honest truth. He'd pull that Listerine out and hit it. And I'm like, T, what are you doing? Because I never seen him spit it. And he's like, bro, I'm drinking it. Like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I ain't never seen nobody do that. And he said, Happy, I'll get tore up off Listerine, and I'll always pass a breathalyzer test. And I'm like, you're right. Like, they could never get him for a DUI or nothing. Because the dude had been drinking Listerine. Like, it's mouthwash. Ain't like it's liquor, but it had enough alcohol in it. You get blindfolded. I've seen my man stupid blindfolded off the blue Listerine.
Holy shit.
Drunk. I was like, homie, you got a problem. Like, that was rough, man. So he was a good dude, but I mean, yeah, just crazy. Crazy, man.
Fresh breath, at least.
My neighbor is addicted to that air duster shit. I've seen that. What percentage is the nicotine content in your vape? Happy, mine or 20? Mine's 5. Most of the ones I vape are 3 to 5. I worked with a guy that drank mouthwash. She passed out putting a tire on a car one day. That's what I'm saying.
Jesus
At the
Christ.
hospital, people drank hand sanitizer. Whoa. I guess like full blown alcoholic or something it's been in the in the hospital. I could see it.
But that don't taste too good.
Oh. Keep a vodka bottle filled with water in your car. Cops pull you over and get out and chug. Can't give you DUI then. Jeez.
It's crazy.
Nicotine is great until you try to stop. I'll probably need to kick these vapes, but that'd be rough. My uncle used to filter and drink aftershave. Oh, the liquid kind. Man, I bet his breath smelled like Old Spice. Holy cow. That is crazy. Sounds familiar. Oh, is that our schedule? Yeah, and we forgot the arm drop drags. I've still got to make another one for that. And then we've got, how many we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I think we've got 6 Cincy Street nights. And then the 100,000. And then the arm drop. So I think total that's like 15 events this year. Yeah, and I think we missed. Kenzie was working on that the other night. Look at her AI job, but look at the fire coming out of the back wheel on Charlie.
Got so much power.
Oh,
It's coming
no.
out the back tires.
Oh no! So you admit that you made an AI flyer? Oh boy!
Oh, I don't care. Kenzie does it. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna keep doing it. She really enjoys sitting there and messing with it. Now the Camaro looks like a 4-door.
Yes, it does.
And Charlie's got fire coming out the back wheels, burning me in the ankles. But and I seen comments, I seen all that the other day. But I'm like, people, it really, at least that's visually something to look at. We could just have a white sheet with everything wrote down on it too. It don't matter. Half the people don't even read the flyer, the messages I get.
Oh,
Hey,
they don't even read the event description, let alone the flyer.
At all. People, it clearly states we got a 650 class, and I'll get messages. Hey, are you running 650? How much is buy-in? What's it pay? So I'm the asshole that always will just screenshot the flyer and send it to them.
Yes, it's an easier response.
I'm sure most of the people's like, man, he's such a dick when I do that to him. But I'm like,
Yeah, like that's when people comment, they'll be like, "Hey, like, what time's the race start?"
I'll circle it on the flyer and screenshot it and send it to him.
Says it on the flyer.
I gotta be. I love AI. Help in trying to will. Yeah, I mean, what's it say? Doesn't Sarah get a mention? What are we gonna mention her for tonight? What's she do? Y'all want me to get her out of bed?
Oh Lord, she's sleeping.
She's rough when she gets out of bed. Whew. Poor thing. My AI girl has a headache every night too. Jeez.
I mean, are we gonna get to the point where you're gonna have an AI girlfriend that you just like just talk to?
Did you see, speaking of that, did you see how much these guys are making? Guys are making on OnlyFans with AI chicks.
No, that's a thing?
100% AI generated woman on OnlyFans. And the AI is so smart, after somebody pays to become a member on their OnlyFans page, that AI is so smart, goes back and researches stuff that they've made comments on and knows exactly what that person wants to hear, and is 100% having a relationship with these guys paying them. And
Why
it's
have we
all
not done
AI.
this? Why have we not done this?
Homie, I talked about it forever ago. I actually told JT about it.
Why have we not done this?
And he's like, "You're kidding me." We looked it up real quick. There's one dude that's making like, I mean, it's crazy. It's like $1 million a month.
Why have
And
we not? Are you
his whole
fucking
page
serious?
is AI generated. The whole thing. Not even a single real girl. Whole page. And he's got multiple pages of these different girl figures. So he'll have like a short haired chick or a long haired chick or a chick with a big butt or one with big boobs. And then when these guys pay, the AI is so smart, it knows exactly what these guys want to talk about and want to see. Even the videos. So a guy will be like, "Hey, send me a picture of you putting lotion on your feet." I'm sure a lot of them's a lot worse than putting lotion on your feet. The AI makes the video, sends it to the dude. That's $100.
Why the fuck have we not done this?
It's crazy,
Why the
dude.
fuck has no? Why can't we think? I mean, why can I thought of that? Be like, oh, AI, you make OnlyFans.
Not even a real girl in sight. It's dudes. And then the guy, they've even come out and talked about it. They've even come out and been like, "I'm the person behind generating these AI chicks." You know, most of the chicks that right now that's on Instagram are AI. Half of them's not even real girls. And they're getting paid. These Instagram pages are getting paid from these chicks. It ain't even real.
Well, I mean, look at all these girls that portray themselves to be good looking online, and they're woohoo.
Yeah. AI filters.
Yep, getting
It's
all
out
them
there
likes.
catfishing people.
Got a big old donka-bonk, and then they get about as flat as a pancake.
Yep. It's crazy. Steve said, "I'm doing it." I mean, I'll try it. I won't tell him. It's crazy. I asked a phone operator if she was a bot the other night. I'm telling you, man.
Shit.
$29.99.
You might have sparked something. I might be doing some fucking AI shit tomorrow.
Dude, and they're spending so much money right now. So obviously I've been going down these rabbit holes of AI. So they're trying to work on what's called AIG. And AIG will teach itself to do more stuff. It's smart enough that all right, so you program AI to be this beautiful blonde chick. Well, this AIG is smart enough to realize that this guy that she's talking to on the other end of this OnlyFans wants to be talking to a brunette covered in tattoos. Well, she'll introduce the dude to her other AI generated friend that's all AI, and the AI created this other person and was like, "Hey, you need to meet my friend Tabitha over here. She's going to be your type." And it's all AI. It's not even a person behind programming it to do it. This new AI is that smart.
That's scary.
It's scary, homie. Unbelievable scary. So it's smart enough to teach itself. It can teach itself 300 times faster than any human. And like I was saying the other day, it doesn't take a break. It don't take a smoke break. It don't use its phone. It don't do nothing. That thing can work 24/7. It's a chick on there just showing these dudes exactly what they want to see. And the whole time, the AI is smart enough to know to reel them in. Like, just show them enough to make them pay more. It's smart enough to know. You're exactly right, Mr. Bayou.
AI generated.
I'm telling you, homie, I could show you some stuff that you'd be like, there ain't no way. And this AI, it's crazy.
That's wild. It's crazy. Dennis sent me that.
It's crazy.
I can imagine.
AGI. Yeah. AIG. Whatever it is. AG. Whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about, what I'm trying to say. It's crazy. I'd be only weirdos. My page would be I'm not ugly, but I'm visually challenging. Oh my God.
That's good. I'm not ugly. I'm just visually challenging. That's good. That's good.
Wasn't it a movie years ago where the robots took over the world? Are we watching this start?
I, Robot with Will Smith.
Well, if you think about the Terminator movie, we've already passed that date.
It's crazy. So I was watching also, there's a show in Vegas called CES. It's just like SEMA or PRI, but it's all for electronics.
Mm-hmm.
The robots that they have now to do whatever you want look and feel and talk like a human. They was like touching their skin. They said they feel like a human skin, eyelashes, boobs, on a chick. 100% robots. I was talking the other day, I was talking to the girls. We were on the road, and I was like, I bet we're not many years away from, they've already got the self-drive vehicles that you can get in Vegas. It has no steering wheel, no pedals, and that you get in, the doors close, you tell it where you're going, and it takes you there. And there's no driver. It's 100% automated vehicle.
That's how downtown Pittsburgh is too. There's actually a lot of states like that. There's a lot of states like that.
I bet we're not far from seeing a plumbing truck or an electrician, where we've always been, my whole lifetime, we've always been telling the kids, hey, you should learn a trade. You should learn a trade. You should learn a trade. You need to do X, Y, and Z. I bet it won't be long. We'll see a plumber truck go by us that won't have a driver in it. And there's a robot in the back on charge, and it knows the address to go to. Parks. This robot gets out with his tool pack, goes in there, fixes what's going on, sees the issue, sees where the water is dripping, fixes the job, goes back out to the van, sets his butt back on the charger, off to the next job. Or electrician. I don't know if we'll see it in my lifetime, but I bet my kids will.
Yeah.
I really do. I bet it won't be long. There'll be AI doctors.
There he is.
Like surgeons doing robotics that's doing the surgery.
Oh, yeah. So I hung out over Christmas break. I hung out with one of my buddies I grew up with, and he lives in Naples in Florida. And for it was like 2 or 3 years, he was running a surgical robotic arm or something like that in the surgery room. And I was like, damn, they trusted you like that? And he was like, bro. Yeah, he said it's crazy.
It's crazy, dude. The stuff that it's crazy, man. We were supposed to have flying cars by now. And
Yeah.
we're close. I mean, they're really close. They've got those things now. You can buy your own personal drone that you can get in and fly around. They've got races. I was watching them race them on YouTube the other night out in this open field. Each dude's in their own personal like drone. It's like it ain't going to be long. You're going to be seeing them things flying over. Like, oh, there goes Frank. He's headed to the shop. You know,
Imagine.
I'm telling you, man. Like, dude, I've watched some stuff on it. I hired a guy to work. Only requirement was to roll joints driving to Columbus, Ohio. He passed the test, got the job. The lack of 21st century flying vehicles to modify.
Oh my God. ChatGPT won't create nudity.
I have a robotic arm from 2013. That thing ain't worth happy pile shit in his yard. You need a new one, man. It's old. ChatGPT won't create nudity. No, it won't. But there's other ones out there that will. No
Well,
flying
yeah,
cars.
look at the anime.
Yeah. Let me
The
look it up real quick.
The anime stuff.
How much have people made off AI generated OnlyFans?
Here's information from Octo Browser blog.
A newcomer, how much an AI model can earn. And this is just a model. So a newcomer makes $200 to $500 a month. A mid-level is making $3,000 to $10,000 a month. An advanced is making $15,000 to $30,000. And that's with agencies with multiple models and traffic. Top agencies are making $50,000 plus. How to create an AI model for OnlyFans and start earning. There's a whole blog on it.
Oh my God.
I've made here's on Reddit. I've made over 2,300 in 2 months doing AI OnlyFans marketing.
What the hell?
I copied, and this is on YouTube. I copied a 10,000 a month AI influencer and made money. I mean, it's crazy. $6.5 million on OnlyFans AI last year.
How's that even possible? Well, I shouldn't say how is this possible. We knew how much somebody paid Sarah the other night for to watch a video.
Crazy. He may be a viewer.
Oh boy. Oh really?
Don't know who it is.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
That's wild. That's wild. Oh man.
Yes.
Hopefully she buys me a good fucking birthday gift with that money then.
Right. Unreal, man.
Yeah, that's crazy shit.
Might be a welder.
I got it.
That's fucking funny. definitely not a welder in my area.
This dude said, anyone on here get monetized? I'm monetized on.
I'm
YouTube.
monetized. I'm monetized on Facebook.
I just got I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so I'm now officially monetized on YouTube. I'm still suspended on Facebook for telling somebody to go do drugs.
I got my monetization revoked from Facebook for doing a waffle on a movie prop that looked like a handgun. And they took my monetization from Facebook. And it was all fake because I don't know if it technically really
You know, the prop
discharge around or not.
cat. It was just shot them little caps.
Yeah. And they took mine. So
Unreal.
I don't know how to even get it back. I don't know.
I know I've had it happen before, and it just like one day, like you'll go into it and you'll be like, okay, you can set monetization again.
I mean, I've tried.
I know I fought for 4 months when I went live, and when we were at Yellow Belly and I went live and they were playing music. I fought for months to get it back because they kept saying I had copyrighted music, and I ended up having to live chat with one of their representatives. I was like, dude, this video has been deleted for 2 months. And
I got it back.
Look at that. Nice.
You should probably need to reset it up. Yeah, but I mean, like, YouTube doesn't really make that much. I mean, you don't make that much. I mean,
no, you really don't.
You honestly, you have to really, really, really get some views, to be able to, make a living off of it. Really, at the end of the day, and a lot of these, obviously, a lot of these guys get paid through ads and stuff like that, and promotional stuff. I mean, like, here, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I'm at right now. Literally, it's.
I'm at January, $13.
Dude, right.
I used to make about 400. Yeah, I'm killing it. I mean, I used to make between $300 and $400 a month on Facebook, and they took it away, which that was just extra money that was going into bank account. And
I'm at $3.89
on
YouTube.
Facebook.
YouTube. No, my Facebook's I can't get paid. It's done.
Now I need to start pushing it again.
Yeah.
I really wish I would have made that video of Tommy's truck a reel so I could have got paid, because that would have been a good deal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, right now, I think it's at like 11.9 million views.
Oh, man, the boys are still at the shop working.
I've seen that.
17 minutes ago. Said the list is getting shorter.
We appreciate that, Adam.
Yeah. Where follow Chris, follow Happy. Appreciate it, man.
Oh, look, you must have.
There he is. I was ready to show the car. I just now opened up Facebook and seen y'all was out there. Just left. Does it run? Same question I asked about 5 hours ago.
He just left.
I bet with a little fuel, I mean, that's really all I needed was some oil and fuel and hit the key. Yeah, I appreciate that, Adam. Waiting on rocker stands now. You better come to work tomorrow. All right. I plan on it. All I've got to do is drop Pac-Man off at school and then I'll be on my way.
Yeah, actually I gotta go back to work tomorrow. Help again.
Yeah. People are saying we love your Corvette, Jason. The best thing about that Corvette being around, I can't wait to see Jason wearing some white New Balances. I can't wait. Cut off jean shorts and them New Balances. He's gonna have one of those nylon, members only Corvette jackets with the Corvette flag on the back. I mean, I can't wait to see it. Waiting on rocker stands, man. I bet Charlie is a pissed off 4-door. Charlie he'll be excited for the upgrades he's getting. Needs to chill for a little bit, and this new car will be fun. It'll be fun, and like Jason even said on the channel, there were so many places that they showed up with Charlie, and he felt like, his hands was tied behind his back. I mean, that car is really went head to head with some cars that it was in a whole nother league and done really good. Jason needs a fire suit like that, Abby. I'm telling you, it'd be funny. But, now with them having a car that fits with everybody else's that they're wanting to run with, it'll be good.
Yep.
It'll be good.
What the heck?
What is it?
The radio volume has went up.
That is crazy. Here, I'm gonna unplug them. Did it go off? No. So it's something in my computer.
Kiss
There.
FM.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it just comes back. Like literally, you were quiet. There was no radio, and then all of a sudden, it just randomly is back.
Charlie Brown is a legendary car. It absolutely is. But man, that old car ain't going nowhere. It ain't. Need to name the vet midlife crisis.
I like the other name.
Which one?
The Charlie kind of Charlie
Ish.
Charlie-ish.
Charlie. If the rap would have got done and stuff, and I think that would have been funny, man. Like that would have been funny. But the blue on the car don't look bad. It's just something different. I've actually been talking to the guy that painted the car. He messaged me, and me and him's been going back and forth a little bit, but he actually did the paint and body work on it. The car looks really sharp, put together. But the best part about it is it's been raced, so we don't have to be. I mean, you're all happy is getting louder. That's crazy. My grandson named the vet Bluey. I kind of like Lucy too from the Charlie Brown cartoon. She always had on a blue dress. But then somebody mentioned Charlie Brown's girlfriend. And I thought that was pretty cool. I can't remember her name though, but Charlie Brown had a girlfriend. And I thought that was a pretty good idea. I'm excited to see it run though.
Yeah.
Hopefully, what's today? Tuesday. We got tomorrow. hopefully we'll see what it runs Thursday night. That's the plan of this week.
And rolling out.
And then hopefully can shake it down Thursday night. And then Friday, got most of the day. So if we get a chance to make a pass or two Thursday night, if we need to work on anything or address anything, we'll be there to do that. And then got all day Friday. And then we've got the following week we'll be actually back down there for US Street Nationals.
All right. You ready for some? Okay, hold on a minute.
Frankie, I did, man. I did actually get that in the mail. And that's really cool. I appreciate that. Like that means a lot to me. So I got it. Corey actually shipped that to me, mailed it out, and I got it. I think I got it Saturday or Sunday. So that's really cool. And I've actually got a spot too. That I'll keep it here at the house, but then just to let you know, it'll probably be traveling to quite a few races. So that's pretty cool, man.
Steven, no. Supposedly they were supposed to head down this week Kenny was supposed to be heading down this week to start pulling the engine, and then Billy was coming down right after that. And I think they were going to go drive to Oklahoma and drop it off and wait on it and then come back and put it in the car. But he wasn't planning on racing next weekend anyway.
Really?
As far as I know. But who knows? I found a YouTube video, and I just seen this on my like it just pops up. But the YouTube channel is called 209,000 subscribers.
That's the name of the channel?
Yep.
What are you watching?
And it says this video is 1.2 million hours long, but it has 3 million views. Those are view bots. That's what that is. There's nothing in it. There's no video. It's just a black screen. It's
That's
weird.
crazy.
But it's got
Frankie,
3 million views.
I knew that was there, so I knew what was in it. You know, I wasn't going to open it, but I knew that's what it was. So he'll actually be out there traveling to some events for sure. Getting back on this whole AI deal. Just thought about it because you said that about a YouTube channel. So there's another one. It kind of aggravated me when I found out. Hold on. It's called 99-Year-Old Atheist.
Oh, I know what you're about to say.
And that old man getting baptized, and it is 100% all AI generated. The whole channel is AI generated. And it started in October of 25. So what is that? October, November, December, January. It's 4 months old. They've got 11 million views. All AI generated.
That's
It's
insane.
it's crazy.
Oh, there's view botters. There's no lie. We've seen it on our stream. We've been bombarded by bots before because they were literally making fun of us in the comments.
Yeah.
It's happened
Yep.
multiple times. And what's crazy is like there's been streamers at night that have like 20 or 30,000 people watching them when they could barely even get over 2 or 3 grand in a single day stream.
So are they paying for that to receive compensation on the back end of views and ad revenue and all that stuff? So
I
are
don't
you
know.
paying for these fake bots to watch your channel to up the views and the view hours and watch hours to receive more money from advertisement from YouTube?
I don't know. They were
That's
they
crazy.
they were well, I don't think that people were paying them. I think that they were just out there because there was one night where there was multiple streamers that had this same deal happen. Teep, you know who Teep is, don't you?
Yeah, I
Call of Duty
watched him
streamer.
earlier.
Yep.
Yep.
He one night had like 20 or 25,000 people watching him at like 4:00 in the morning. That's unheard of.
Yeah. Yeah, he normally gets 600.
Yeah. So like that's just a weird like why, you know. But I don't know if I don't know if YouTube would pay for those views if they figured out they were bots.
If they figured out they was bots, yeah. Man, I don't know. That's crazy. I need to quit watching some of the AI stuff and just focus on racing. Focus on what we're doing.
The next
you can't
race, you're going to
control
come
it.
with one of them aluminum full hats.
I'm telling you, man. It's just crazy that you can't even believe what you're watching is real.
Right.
Like that. I don't know.
I mean, look at all the pictures out there. Like I seen on TikTok, you can make a video of you of inserting your picture of you to you getting arrested and prank people.
Crazy. That's the last thing I want to AI generate. I mean, that's the last. But like, so as sophisticated as what some of this AI is, did we really go to Venezuela and get the president, or was all that AI generated?
You never know.
You never really know. I believe we done it, because like I said, I think we're gangsters. But all of that could have been AI generated. Him walking across that court and getting in that helicopter to go to court. That could have all been, you really don't know. You really don't. If you stop and think of some of the stuff I've watched, dude, you would think it's real. And then, and I believe that he's locked up. I do. But, some of the stuff that's going on out there, man, you don't know. But it's scary to think they could make a video of Trump saying some off-the-wall crazy stuff and it all be AI generated.
Yep.
Like,
somebody can I can make a video of you tomorrow and you would say something off the wall that obviously you would never ever say.
Right.
And it'd be out there and people would share and be like, "Oh my God, did you see what happened?
Did you hear this? Did you see this?
Can you
It
believe
go
he
viral?
said that?"
It done been shared 450 times. And it's crazy to think about. It really is crazy.
Like I guarantee you, there's relationships out there that has been ruined due to AI. That a girl one way or another has manipulated to has. I mean, can't tell me it hasn't.
Absolutely. Crazy. Blackmail.
It's fucked.
It is. It's crazy and look real. It's happened before, like saying planes hitting the building. See, I don't know. I don't know if it's real. Like AI will destroy the world. If you watch some of the stuff that I've watched, that will really, you'll really think about it. Because they say that this new AI that they're developing, once they hit start, they can't stop it. And it'll train itself to do the next thing and train itself to do the next thing. So a guy was like, well, all we'd have to do is turn the internet off. Well, you can't. You really can't, because it's smart enough to know how to keep it on.
Yeah,
It would already have protections in play so that you can't turn it off, because it's that smart. So the table is AI.
Yeah, well, yeah, 100%. AI generated.
AIG takes your kid's voice and calls you for bail money. I'm telling you.
Oh,
My
there's
kids were
scam
screwed
calls.
for a
There's
job.
scam calls like all the time.
Yeah, like I've already got grandkids. Got another one on the way. My first grandson. I got a granddaughter, but like I stop and think about that. In their lifetime, they'll see. It'll be crazy. Like, and then we think the jobs are scarce now.
Yeah.
They're definitely scarce.
Dude, like data acquisition jobs where women are sitting there keying in paperwork and stuff. All those type jobs will be obsolete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People that do taxes, all that'll be obsolete. You're not going to go to a tax person. There's going to be a program,
Yep.
that's 100%, and it's smarter than anybody else. It'll figure out all the loopholes to where you get the most back. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It will be crazy, but it will normal to them come that time, and possibly, but I don't know. Some of the stuff I've watched, man, is scary. What this AI could possibly do. Yeah, I don't know. Something to think about, something to watch.
Yeah.
Boys, I gotta get up in the morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some food because I'm starving.
We've been on for 3 hours. Alex is, man, you ain't on the golf cart?
No, I don't have a long walk. I'm just walking to the time clock.
Boys, look like you was hard at it tonight.
Oh, I was sweating.
Yeah, I could tell. Jeez, man, I'm glad Limpy got on here with us for a bit.
Yeah.
He looked tired. You could tell he was tired, man. But
Yeah.
I'm glad he hopped on, man. Hung out with us for a while. Whenever he popped up in the group chat, I was hoping he would. So yeah, that was good.
Yep.
Look at the construction industry. A friend of mine can't get anyone under 40 to work. Yeah, it's next gonna be a robot out there with a hammer. Yeah, he was sweating that somebody was going to walk in and catch him on his phone, just chilling.
Who?
You?
Shit.
That's right. E's and B's.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
It's going to be all good. We'll get Jeff on here.
Yeah.
I'll work on that this week.
There you go. All right. Well,
yeah, let's do it. I got to get up. My boss done got on here and caught me.
Yep. So I appreciate y'all. And
yeah, appreciate everybody.
And
yes, sir.
We will probably catch you about probably the same time next week. I don't know. It depends.
Yeah, we'll actually have a little bit of racing talk. Well, you're not going to Florida. We're going to be testing. So I actually have a little bit to talk about next week, car related, and hopefully good news.
Yep.
Hopefully we go down there and testing, just set the world on fire. But
You know how that would go.
yeah, I already know.
No.
But yeah,
All
it was
right,
a good
guys.
night.
It
Have
was a good
fun.
night. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll catch y'all next week. And you guys have a good night. Have a good week. Have a good rest of the weekend. And we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir. Thanks, everybody.